afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Stewart Field for today's women's soccer matchup between the visiting MSOE Raiders and your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Illinois Tech and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or other abusive comments and actions directed at the officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and will be grounds for removal from Stewart Field. Fans, as a reminder, permission to enter the field or the bench areas are restricted to student athletes, coaches, game officials, game staff, and authorized personnel. Unauthorized individuals violating this policy will be subject to removal from Stewart Field. Now, let's meet our starting lineups for this afternoon's contest. First, for the MSOE Raiders. A 5'5" junior from Mundelein, Illinois, number 3, Addison Spillman. A 5'5" sophomore from Union Grove, Wisconsin, number 4, Samantha Fleischman. A 5'5" senior from Costa de Casa, California, number 6, Grace Quinn. A 5'8" sophomore from Aurora, Illinois, number 7, Elizabeth Kuhn. A 5'6" first year from De Pere, Wisconsin, number 9, Claire Bradford. A 5'4" junior from Lockport, Illinois, number 11, Emma Oster. A 5'8" first year from New Berlin, Wisconsin, number 15, Alexis Jamiola. A 5'5" junior from Columbus, Indiana, number 20, Elena Dwenger. A 5'3" sophomore from Green Bay, Wisconsin, number 21, Maggie Tillman. A 5'7" sophomore from Rio Rancho, New Mexico, number 22, Samantha Shaver. And the goalkeeper, a 5'6" sophomore from Longmont, Colorado, number 00, Paige Sanchez. The Raiders' head coach is Rolf Zerson. The assistant coach is Robert Williams. Athletic trainer is Bailey Grooves. And now the starting lineup for your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. A 5'4" junior from Redmond, Washington, number 4, Kayla Smith. A 5'1" junior from St. Charles, Missouri, number 5, Allison Murray. A 5'3" first year from Geneva, Illinois, number 6, Lena Yonehara. A 5'7" senior from St. Paul, Minnesota, number 11, Amelia Mosman. A 5'8" first year from Austin, Texas, number 15, Ava Narvarte. A 5'8" junior from Plymouth, Minnesota, number 16, Gabriella Baltes. A 5'2" grad student from St. Louis, Missouri, number 21, Katie Chismerid. A 5'5" senior from Henderson, Nevada, number 24, Lucy Georgiorian. A 5'8" senior from St. Louis, Missouri, number 26, Jillian Olischlager. A 6-foot junior from Seattle, Washington, number 34, Mary Frampton. And the goalkeeper, a 5'5" senior from Redmond, Washington, number 1, Sarah Thomas. The Scarlet Hawks are led by head coach Roshane Ellison. The assistants are Alan Garcia-Pena, Tom Paparunas, Cynthia Osuna, Julian Soto, and Roxanne Myers. Game 2 of our doubleheader getting ready to begin right here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network as we get ready for NCAA women's soccer action. This D3 matchup in the NAC featuring the MSOE Raiders and the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Chris Rouse here on the call. In game 1 of our doubleheader, the MSOE Raiders men's team won 5-1 over the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. The women will look to make it a clean sweep on the road today in this rematch of last season's NAC Women's Championship matchup. Rolf Zerson in his 20th season of the MSOE Raiders with the MSOE Raiders is the head coach, and here is the starting lineup he will send out today. Starting in the field, first with number 3, Addison Spillman. Number 4, Samantha Fleischman. Number 6, Grace Quinn. Number 7, Elizabeth Kuhn. Number 9, the team's leader in goals, Claire Bradford. Number 11, Emma Oster. Number 15, Alexis Jamiola. Number 20, Elena Dwenger. Number 21, the hero last year for MSOE, Maggie Tillman. And number 22, Samantha Shaver. Meanwhile, in net will be number 00, Paige Sanchez, the sophomore out of Longmont, Colorado, will be the goalkeeper for the Raiders. Rolf Zerson is in his 20th season as the MSOE head coach. Roshane Ellison in his 10th season as the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks head coach. And he will start like this in the field with number 4, Kayla Smith. Number 5, Allison Murray. Number 6, Lena Yonahara. Number 11, Amelia Mosman. Number 15, Ava Narvarte. Number 16, Gabriella Baltez. Number 21, Katie Chismerick. Number 24, Lucy Georgiorian. Number 26, Jillian Oligscheiger. Number 34, Mary Frampton. And the goalkeeper will be number 1, Sarah Thomas. MSOE, the visiting team, might cause a little confusion as it's the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks, but it's MSOE that's on the field in the all-red. Meanwhile, the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks are in the all-black uniforms with red numbers and gold trim. A bit of a delay in the start of the game, so the stanchion, you might have seen it on your screen to the left there, the stanchion that is sort of the shelter behind the respective benches for the two teams on the Illinois Tech sideline just got blown down by the winds here at Stewart Field. Thankfully, no one was hurt there, but there was a big spill of water and Gatorade cooler. So there's a bit of a pond almost inside the shelter as it's overturned behind the Scarlet Hawk bench. Once again, no one was hurt, but quite the spill over there on that Illinois Tech sideline, and now on the MSOE sideline, how the field attendees here at Stewart Field are trying to make sure that shelter doesn't go down. Not quite the start we expected to have here in the second game of the day. As the teams are on the field ready to go, we're all ready to go for this second game of the day, but now a bit of a maintenance delay. Now remember, we had a 30-minute delay for field maintenance to make sure the field structure was ready for game time. So what they're going to do is off the pitch, they're going to try to purposely flip the second one to make sure that we don't have another spill behind the MSOE sideline. So at the moment, we're in a bit of a shelter delay, I guess, here at Stewart Field as they try to tilt the shelter, and they finally get it down here. And now it looks like we will finally be able to play. Coach Roshane Ellison, also Jamie Spanuga, part of the maintenance crew here at Stewart Field, all going over to help with the effort to get this game going. Illinois Tech in the black uniforms will start the matchup with the opening kickoff. And actually the officials here having some words with both coaches on the sidelines. Also going to create a bit of a spacing here as we got a bit of a delay here. As the MSOE Raiders coaching staff, they're ready to start. I'm ready to start. We'll see if we can finally get this one going here after the delay. Both shelters are tilted over. Shouldn't be any more of a hazard as we get ready to begin this matchup. These were the two best teams in the NAC a year ago. And now they resume their rivalry, so to speak, right here at Stewart Field, and we're underway with NCAA Division III women's soccer action. Ball sent long, and it goes out of play to start for the MSOE Raiders. MSOE comes into this matchup record of 6-3, unbeaten at 2-0 in conference play. They've won their last two outings, including a 6-0, what was described as a 6-0 smothering of the Lakeland Muskies. That's according to the MSOE soccer website. As they won 6-0 on Wednesday. That's following a 2-1 win
over the Edgewood Eagles a week ago. So off to a good start is Rolf Zersen's club. Zersen in his 20th season. And now he's calling out the instructions for his team. That's coming right towards us at the table, just a little bit low. It'll go out of play for a throw. Samantha Fleischman on the throw. Sends it in to Addison Spillman. And I have to say, I was thankful to be here a year ago when these two teams met last November 4th on that Saturday, that sunny Saturday. And what was just one of the best matches I've ever seen here at Stewart Field. And it all came down to the game-winning goal by Maggie Tillman in overtime. That sent MSOE to the NCAA tournament, where they did get a first-round win. But now a new season upon us here, and the Scarlet Hawks and Raiders right back at it again. Out of play for a goal kick. MSOE will send it down with Paige Sanchez. Sanchez wearing the green uniform. Obviously in soccer, the goalkeeper typically wears a totally different color from the players on the pitch, just to clarify that is the player that is allowed to have hands on the ball. Much as you'll see with Sarah Thomas. I don't want to make this comparison, but I have a Sharpie that literally looks just like the jersey Thomas is wearing right in my hand here. She's got the black stripes on the side with the nice highlighter color. Just a point of something about just a point of the goalkeepers wearing the different colors to clarify again that they are allowed to have hands on the ball. And here is Sarah Thomas. No hands necessary here. She's going to play this one right at the ankle level. Illinois Tech under Roshane Ellison. It's been fun to watch this program grow the last few years. Also completely changed the identity. Remember, this is much more of a defensive team. This is now a team noted for being able to put the goals on the board, 11 in their last two outings. Illinois Tech has not played. Scarlet Hawks have not played in a week. And what better way to get back in action than at home against the team that ended your season a year ago. And now here's a play for goal. Thomas able to get a hand on the ball. It's cleared out. That's Frampton who cleared it out, but is now knocked down by MSOE. Ball played out near midfield. And possessed now by Allison Murray. Murray, one of the top goal scorers for Illinois Tech, in the top 3 this season. Ball played to the net. Oh, just wide for the Scarlet Hawks as it goes over the back of the net. Coach Roshane Ellison, you got to keep saying, you got to keep possession to his team there. He's saying once she opens up, you've got to go. Illinois Tech had to play, but unable to capitalize for the goal. Long pass sent down out of play by Samantha Fleischman. It'll be an Ola Schlager throw-in for Illinois Tech. Senior out of St. Louis, Missouri. Looking for a target. Her target is Ava Narvarte. Narvarte takes a spill. That leads to the foul against MSOE, our first of the afternoon. Here in the 5th minute of action. Georgiorian on the free kick. She sends it in. It's headed away there by MSOE. Maggie Tillman. Maggie Tillman was able to take advantage of the misplay a year ago out near midfield and take the ball right to the net and score the goal that sent MSOE on to the NCAA tournament as the representative of the NAC. And what excitement from that MSOE sideline, and what a game it was. I remember just the roster that MSOE had last year with Tillman. Even had Claire Bradford as their leader in goals this season. She only had 1 goal a year ago. They had Lena Afifi. This was a team that was stacked and ready to score goals. There's an opportunity for Mosman, but right in the hands of Sanchez. This was an MSOE team that was stacked with weapons, still has weapons, just retooling. It's not even really a retool because these are the same women that were teammates with those players on the roster. It's more of the next man, next woman up philosophy. But right now, Illinois Tech in possession of the ball as they take it away from the Raiders, who sent it down. Oligsteiger, the intended target of that pass, and we're seeing some sloppy passing here from Illinois Tech in the first 6 minutes of this matchup as we enter the 7th minute for this throw-in from Fleischman. And a play to the net for Bradford. Bradford knocked off the ball, possession one by Illinois Tech. Lucy Georgiorian, you see she's got the captain armband. One of the signature players for Roshane Ellison, along with Katie Chismerick. Amelia Mosman, representing an era of Roshane Ellison that has seen a lot more offense than some of his earlier teams. I still remember this was a team you'd see win a lot of 1-0, 2-1, 3-1 matchups, with that third being them taking advantage on a counterattack a lot of times. But this is a team that in the past 3, maybe 4 seasons, they've been an offensive juggernaut in the NAC. They're a team that you have to play. You have to show up with your best defensive A game. And that's what made it even more impressive for MSOE to win a season ago when they won 1-0 in overtime. Illinois Tech actually beat MSOE in regular season play last year 2-0. But when it mattered in the NAC Conference Championship game, it was the Scarlet Hawks who found themselves on the scoreless end of the shutout. Coming up scoreless there is Georgiorian as Lucy sends that one wide right. She's become a much better striker throughout her career. The senior from Henderson, Nevada, attended Coronado, and throughout her career has improved her striking every single season. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a good example on that last shot, but she has grown, much as has Roshane Ellison as a coach. He's grown in different ways. Remember, I continue to mention it, more of a defensive coach, but bringing in assistants that help with the striking and also playing a style of football that benefits, that's complementary to the players that are solid at striking. And also, you have to remember, sometimes you're dealing with collegiate athletes. Some of them think they can strike, and while it may not be their strongest part of their game, but it still can be effective, as that's an effective tackle as Mosman is taken down by Samantha Shaver. Shaver, the 5'7" sophomore out of Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Oligsteiger on the throw-in. Chismerick doing a good job of boxing out to win possession. Out near midfield, possession won by Elizabeth Kuhn. Kuhn had a strong season a year ago for MSOE. Illinois Tech able to win possession back, however. And here come the Scarlet Hawks out near midfield as we enter the 10th minute. Ball sent down the pitch. Sanchez going to scoop it up and get both hands underneath. Paige Sanchez looking, surveying the field. 4 on the back line for MSOE, 3 on the back line for Illinois Tech. As now Chismerick comes away with it. Ball played down the pitch. And Sanchez sends it down. Scarlet Hawks trying to win possession, and they do. They send it over to Frampton. And Mary Frampton looking up the pitch. Plays it outside to Oligsteiger. Outside play now for Illinois Tech. Working the ball back towards the middle of the pitch. And here is Lucy Georgiorian. Straight pass, but it was kind of on a line. Didn't really lead Oligsteiger the way Illinois Tech needed. Narvarte takes a spill thanks to a collision with her numerical counterpart, Jamiola. And a nice play there by Grace Quinn to keep the ball in. Georgiorian wins the race against Bradford to the ball. And now here come the Scarlet Hawks back the other way. Yonehara First-year player out of Geneva, Illinois for Illinois Tech. Number 6 in black, roaming around on the pitch. Here's Olegschlager. Looking for Georgiorian. Quick touch pass from Georgiorian. Goes the wrong way to MSOE. The Raiders send it down, but it's right into the hands of the keeper, Thomas, for Illinois Tech. If you're just joining us, this is game 2 of our doubleheader, our men and women soccer doubleheader. MSOE winning 5-1 in game 1 of the doubleheader. It was 1-1 at halftime, but 4 second-half goals for the Raiders got them out of here with their 3rd win of the season. Pushing them to 3-2-4. Also pushes them to 2-1 in conference. Illinois Tech on the men's side falling to 1-2 in a conference that's pretty jumbled up right now. Dominican and St. Norbert had a draw earlier. Meanwhile, here on the women's side, it's Olegschlager playing it up to Mosman for the Scarlet Hawks. Ball headed into the air. Frampton plays it back for Olegschlager. Narvarte playing it over to Mosman. You can hear in the background MSOE, the sideline, yelling for a double. Said, if we can double, why are we doubling? There was a point where they had 2 players come to the ball, one abandoned, saying, why are we backing up? And now Illinois Tech in possession. Long sideline pass is going to go to the MSOE sideline, and that's fitting as MSOE now get the throw in here with Fleischman. Fleischman, the 5'5" sophomore out of Union Grove, Wisconsin. She put it in, but here's Narvarte for the Scarlet Hawks. Narvarte loses it out of play over to MSOE. Ball played to the middle of the pitch. Now played over to Yoni Hara. Elsewhere in NAC women's soccer action today, Dominican taking on St. Norbert in a doubleheader over there. That was a matchup that ended in a draw in the men's side. Concordia Chicago taking on Wisconsin Lutheran. And then later today, Benedictine taking on Lakeland, and Aurora playing host to Marion. In the Dominican St. Norbert women's matchup, Dominican already with 2 goals on the board in that one, as that's in the 47th minute. 2-1 in favor of the Stars in that matchup between Dominican and St. Norbert. Dominican leading 2-1. And then, as I mentioned, in the women's side of things between Concordia Chicago and Wisconsin Lutheran, that matchup just getting underway with Concordia leading 1-0 following a 2-0 loss for the men's Cougars against Wisconsin Lutheran. Here at Stewart Field, Illinois Tech with a corner, the first of the afternoon. Narvarte misplaying the ball there. And now Yoni Hara is going to get an opportunity to make a play on it out on the pitch. Yoni Hara goes around one defender. And now the ball goes out of play. Georgiorian, the recipient of the throw-in. Ball back out of play, remains with Illinois Tech. Katie Chismerick makes a nice turn. Opportunity to create for the Scarlet Hawks. Ball knocked away. And that's going to be a goal kick. So MSOE able to turn back the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks on their scoring opportunity. We've played 15 minutes here. Still scoreless between the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks and the MSOE Raiders. To this point in the matchup, 3 shots, all from Illinois Tech, 1 on goal, 1 corner. We just saw that. 1 foul in the match. That's against MSOE. And that's all the stats we have to this point, scoreless through 15 minutes. Ball played to the middle of the pitch. Katie Chismerick. Over to Murray. Murray with 3 goals, tied with Georgiorian for 3rd on the team. Here's Narvarte going to the net. Nice turn. Shot's going to be wide left. That should be another goal kick for MSOE. Paige Sanchez, another goal kick here. 5'6" sophomore out of Longmont, Colorado. For Sanchez, this is her 10th appearance, a record of 6-2 this season. Entered the match with a goal against average of 1.66, 30 saves, but has 14 goals allowed. So teams have been able to get past Paige Sanchez. But MSOE with a record this season of 6-3. Sanchez credited with a record of 6-2 to this point. She has played in all 9 matches, has Sanchez. And entering this matchup was credited with 760 minutes in net. 760 out of a potential 810. 810 minutes in net. Ball cleared out of play for another Illinois Tech throw-in. It'll be Yonehara throwing it in here to the near side teammate. That will, I believe that was Kayla Smith. Can't quite see that number. That was Smith actually who came away with it. And ball really just been ping-ponged around here these last few minutes. Much different matchup than I expected from these two teams. A lengthy filling out process here. We played almost 20 minutes. Still both teams trying to figure out their best method of attack. Illinois Tech doing a great job of possessing the ball, quite the opposite of what we saw in the men's matchup, where it was MSOE who had the backline field positioning and possessed the ball. Great play there from Grace Quinn on the help. Sends it out for another Scarlet Hawks throw-in. Georgiorian plays it over to Amelia Mosman. Ball goes out of play for another Scarlet Hawk corner, and that'll send Lucy Georgiorian to the corner to try to set up the set-piece goal for the Scarlet Hawks. Georgiorian with 3 goals and an assist this season. She has Chismerick in the net in front of Sanchez. Usually indicates a back post opportunity. Instead, they go short on the corner here. The ball goes towards that back post after all, but it's well away from the net. And that'll be a goal kick for MSOE. Bit of a signature of Roshane Ellison's teams in past seasons. Use some of that height. That's usually where you see Mary Frampton, who's one of the taller players listed on the Scarlet Hawk roster, sort of fly towards the back post. Instead, they went for the short corner. And now we're going to get a foul here as Grace Quinn gets knocked down by Oligschlager. Oligschlager all over Quinn, actually, as they go down the pitch. That should be a fun matchup, too. Two defining players of their respective rosters. Oligschlager, a well-known player on that Illinois Tech defense. Been on that back line all 5 seasons now. Obviously a grad student. Using that other year of eligibility, of course. She was one of the, I think she's one of the few, as we finally get down to those classes that no longer have the COVID eligibility. I think Oligschlager is one of those. She's actually listed as a senior. She might be one of the few players that still has some of that COVID eligibility remaining. As now Illinois Tech with Mary Frampton in possession of the ball. Yeah, Oligschlager was a member of the 2020 roster, but missed it due to the COVID season. Oh, Sanchez able to get in front of the ball there. Gets down and makes the play to keep Illinois Tech off the board. Paige Sanchez, great awareness, sacrificing the body for the play. Clearly it was light contact, at least easy for me to say. I didn't have to take it. As her and Narvarte run into each other down there on the pitch. Stutter step maneuver by Fleischman. And now Frampton knocks the ball down. Yonihara sends it down the pitch. Ava Narvarte. Number of touches here in the first half for 15 in black. Here's Chismerick. Nice cross. A chance for Mosman on the backside, but Sanchez hands out, makes her hands soft, and makes the play. Just a smart play, smart read by Paige Sanchez. No pressure in that situation. Ball goes out of play again. It's now MSOE able to get the ball over midfield, but Illinois Tech able to regain possession on the throw. Narvarte with a nice pass through the middle of the pitch over to Baltez. Ball taken away by MSOE. A chance for a counter with Bradford. Bradford kicked that one off of the hand of Frampton. Very close to the hand if it wasn't the hand. As now here comes MSOE. Back the other way. Spillman. Mosman tried to play it. Ball took a funny hop, went right over her head, and MSOE was able to take possession off of the pass intended for Mosman. Frampton's going to have to go a long way to make that play. This could be an MSOE corner. Man, Frampton made that one look a little tougher than it needed to look there. She does run it down after all. From my position on the field, I thought that was going to go out of play for MSOE corner. And I would have thought that I was going to say that would have been just a very bad pass, very uncharacteristic of Illinois Tech, especially on that back line. Addison Spillman plays it over to Sarah Thomas. The keeper is Sarah Thomas. She now plays it right back up to Frampton, junior out of Seattle, Washington. MSOE back in possession. Raiders have it out near midfield. That is Oster who sends it across the midfield stripe into the attacking third for the Raiders. Only for Yonihara to regain possession and clear it out of the attacking third. Ball pushed out of play there by Elena Dwenger. And now Illinois Tech will get the throw. 21-33 and counting here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, first half, we'll recap our first half stats. And also we'll recap game one of our doubleheader on the men's side. And then also we'll go over some of the scores from around the NAC on both the men's and women's side of the schedule. All that coming up in 21 minutes at halftime. Sanchez sends it high into the air. The header from Oligscheiger sends it deeper into the MSOE attacking third. Baltez sends it out, and now MSOE will get possession. Into the game now for the MSOE Raiders, number 10, Faith Papazoglu. Replacing number 9, Claire Bradford. MSOE substitution here. So Bradford comes off the pitch. Ball goes right back out of play. And then here comes an MSOE corner. Bradford, the team's leader in goals with 6. She just ran past me. She said, I can't really run anymore. Legs appear to be dead, but she is standing on the sideline as she gets a breather. Grace Quinn sends it in. Opportunity for a header. The second try there from Elizabeth Kuhn was blocked, and it leads now to another MSOE corner. Grace Quinn will just go to the other side of the pitch to take the corner now, the other corner for the Raiders. She'll just run down the end line. 71 degrees and cloudy here in Chicago. 15-mile-per-hour winds. Also starting to get a slight drizzle here as the ball comes in to the penalty area. Elizabeth Kuhn tried to play it back. Instead, the ball got deflected away. Ball goes out. And Now another throw in for MSOE. Elizabeth Kuhn. Scarlet Hawks try to play the ball down the pitch. Ball took a funny spin. There was a big gust of wind as that ball came into play. Here's Allison Murray. Murray over to Mosman. Mosman gets knocked down. But Illinois Tech able to play the ball back here. Only for MSOE to take possession. Frampton is going to have another long run. And Frampton runs it down on the brand new Illinois Tech paintings here on the field. MSOE with a good build-up on the outside is Elizabeth Kuhn. Kuhn makes the move around the one defender. She crosses over. Not much support as Grace Quinn was there, but not quite where the spot where the ball was passed and out of play. And this is going to be a Scarlet Hawk throw-in. Not quite deep enough down there for the goal kick. And now Narvarte receiving the header on the throw-in. Ball deflected away by Fleischman and possessed by Shaver. Jamiola tried to pass to the outside. She was looking for Grace Quinn, but the ball goes out of play. Scarlet Hawks back into the middle of the pitch here. 17.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Oligscheiger tried to send it down. It hits Fleischman instead, and MSOE able to possess out near midfield. Scarlet Hawks try to double. Instead, the ball goes out of play for a Fleischman throw-in. Narvarte plays it to the outside. Smith tried to make a move there, but it was not there for the Scarlet Hawks. Oster applied the pressure as the ball was sent up the pitch to Chismerick. Chismerick makes a nice move. She evades one defender, sets up Murray. Murray was in a good position for a strike, but didn't get the shot off. The shot from Yone Hara goes high into a tree, and that's about the third time that tree's been hit today on the north side of Stewart Field. It'll go out for a goal kick. I know in the men's match we had two balls go over there that definitely hit that tree. And now here's that one. We'll send it to the Raiders. Ball played near midfield. Addison Spillman. Spillman gets knocked down by Frampton. Officials say play on. Not only play on, ball goes out of play for Illinois Tech throw-in with 16 minutes and change remaining in the half. Frampton tried to send it down. Addison Spillman jumps right in front of that ball with the shoulder and clears it out on the block. Makes the throw in, pushes the throw in a little further back for the Scarlet Hawks. Oligscheiger running the ball down. Nice move. Plays it up the pitch. Unfortunately, there's no target for Oligscheiger there except for an MSOE Raider. And that was Shaver who got to it, and then Shaver sent it right back out of play. So Oligscheiger would throw it in right in front of me here at the broadcast location. And gets it in to Narvarte. Narvarte. Great effort there and a whistle. That's the effort from Ava Narvarte right there, just getting active there against the MSOE Raiders. That activity forced the Raiders to react. It draws the foul. We've played 30 minutes here in this first half. As now here's Mosman on the outside. Mosman goes down, and a late whistle, but it was necessary. I was awaiting the call. I was going to say that's an interesting play on. But the whistle comes in after all. Georgian will take the free kick. Here's Georgiorian. The ball goes into Sanchez, right into her hands. And I mentioned how Lucy Georgiorian has improved with her striking. That one just seemed like it didn't have any flight underneath it. And that was an easy play in net for the keeper, Sanchez. And now Sanchez sends it down. Mosman with the header. Baltez and Mosman heading the ball back and forth to one another. Murray plays it up the pitch. A lot of back and forth in this matchup. A lot of ping pong passes in this matchup. The ball just sort of taking flight off the side of the foot. Exhibit A right there from Frampton. And a whistle. And it will favor MSOE as Narvarte definitely put a hand out on the push. And now MSOE will get the free kick. Coach Rolf Zerson saying that he really didn't like that. He thought that one of the Scarlet Hawks players sort of outran one of his own players to the loose ball in that situation. But his team does get the free kick nonetheless. Shaver sends it down towards the net. Katie Chismerick. That's a nice ball to set up Mosman on the lead. Gonna get another through ball. Instead they go outside to Yonihara. Yonihara's pass goes to the outside, but it's deflected away. Now Frampton. As the Scarlet Hawks try to get back to where they were on the pitch before MSOE made contact on the deflection. There's a whistle. And it favors Illinois Tech on the foul. Georgiorian resumes action over to Olegschlager. Olegschlager for Narvarte. Narvarte trying to make a move towards the net. Shaver, another great sliding tackle. That ball goes out of play. Samantha Shaver showing a great effort on that back line, and honestly, I mean, it's a scoreless draw to this point of the matchup. Shaver is the eye test MVP with some of the plays I've seen for MSOE. I know Sanchez has had a few saves as well. But Shaver's cut down a lot of Illinois Tech buildup, and there's Georgiorian with a lengthy shot that goes high off the fencing on the north side of Stewart Field for a goal kick. Entering the match for the MSOE Raiders, number 28, Rosario Echeverria Abun, replacing number 3, Addison Spillman. So Auburn comes into the matchup for MSOE. Rosario Echeverria Auburn in number 28, placing Addison Spillman. Spillman having some words with Rolf Zerson, her head coach on the MSOE sideline. Spillman wearing the captain badge, so just a coach talking to one of his coaches on the field, so to speak there. You know how they say in basketball, coach on the floor, coach on the pitch, coach on the field. Whichever term you prefer to use when talking about soccer. Ball thrown in here for Chismerick. Chismerick tries to cross it in. The ball gets headed away. Maybe caught a shoulder on the deflection. But nonetheless, it goes out for another Scarlet Hawk corner. Final 10 minutes and counting of this first half. This has definitely been a defensive matchup here. But it's been a fun battle. We've seen a lot of ping pong passing, but that's been just an example of both teams getting a leg out in traffic or just getting in front of passes. The one thing that I think maybe both teams could clean up at this point, Illinois Tech has to clean up their passing. A lot of weird cross-pitch passes that just have not connected here in the matchup. Meanwhile, for MSOE, it just seems like they're missing the connection from the back line to the front, to the forward strikers. So when they get the ball in the back, there's really no passing. It seems like there's a long forward pass to try to play it long, but there's really no quality reception on the other end. Much how Illinois Tech gets a pass similar to what I'm describing. They're looking for Mosman, but she's not even in position for the reception. Narvarte with the header sends it out. And now MSOE with Fleischman to Jamiola. Fleischman plays it up. Good ball from Fleischman, and now MSOE able to switch the field as they play it across midfield with the back line. Thomas. Pressure coming from the freshly entered Auburn. Frampton gets the ball knocked away by Elizabeth Kuhn. This could set up Auburn for a goal. Auburn goes for goal, but Sarah Thomas gets down to turn it away. There's a bit of an offensive threat from MSOE. One of the first times they've been able to get the ball from the back line to a forward. Auburn got a quality look. Even better save by Sarah Thomas. Here's Auburn again. She's been in the match twice. She's been in the match about 2 minutes already. Has touched the ball twice. A quality shot on one of them. Chismerick looking for Narvarte. That's a good run for Narvarte. Can she get there? The answer is no. She runs right into Sanchez. That is definitely going to draw a foul, likely a card as well. That was a tough run from Narvarte. She went in a little bit out of control. And luckily, no card there for Narvarte. That was awfully close. She ran right into the keeper, Sanchez. Good build up, good momentum on that play. Action starting to pick up these last 2 minutes here at Stewart Field. Narvarte working again against her numerical counterpart, Jamiola, in a whistle, and it'll favor MSOE on the whistle. Illinois Tech with a number of players getting set to check in on the sideline here. They'll all have to wait as MSOE will play it on with 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Auburn, nice move again. Here's Auburn. About the same spot she just shot from not too long ago, but this ball taken away by Murray. Auburn again. Looking to go for goal. That's a good ball. Thomas had to get the punch on it to make the save. Rosario Echeverria Auburn has only been on the pitch about 3 minutes. And in these 3 minutes, she has created all sorts of problems for Illinois Tech. Sophomore out of La Coruna, Spain. Creates a corner for the Raiders. Ball cleared out. And now Chismerick able to get a touch. Chismerick plays it up. Illinois Tech, if they can get some help on the far side from the ball, they can create a run. Here's Smith. Smith's going to try to do it herself. Maggie Tillman with a great effort to body Smith off the ball, and the foul goes against Smith. What an effort by Maggie Tillman to run that ball down. Somehow she drew the foul on Smith. That was a lot of hand fighting. But Tillman is really good at playing at Stewart Field. Remember, that's the hero a year ago when these two teams met. It was Maggie Tillman's goal in the 104th minute that sent MSOE to the NCAA tournament as the NAC Women's Champions. Long cross-pitch pass. That's going to go out of play. Fleischman had 2 good touches on it but couldn't maintain, and the ball gets away. Entering the match for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks, number 8, Hannah Ramos. Number 9, Victoria Ucher. Number 22, Annika Torbenson. Number 20, Kayla Thomas. And Kayla Thomas with the quick touch there. As Illinois Tech, they had about 5 players come on the pitch. And now Yoni Hara, she remains in the match. Plays it back to Thomas. Thomas on the throw in here, 4:24 and counting in the first half. And now here comes the throw in. Ball played to the middle of the pitch. Jamiola and Narvarte, they've been going at it all matchup here. 41 minutes of 15 versus 15. Here's Georgiorian going for goal. Just left on the strike. And that'll be a goal kick for Sanchez. Ball sent down. Baltez misplayed it. And now Annika Torbenson, who just came on with a quick touch. Baltez takes it away from Auburn, who has been nothing but a problem for Illinois Tech's back line since entering the matchup. Kayla Smith slipped trying to get back to the ball. Now remember, there was a slight drizzle maybe about 20 minutes ago. It lasted for maybe all of 5 minutes. So the field could be wet. That was after the, remember that drizzle and precipitation was all after the field maintenance in between matches. So it could definitely have an effect right now. Outside play opportunity for Illinois Tech. They were unable to get to the ball there. Carolyn Beltran is into the match for Illinois Tech. Beltran, the grad student out of Miami, Florida, here at Illinois Tech, played a huge part for Illinois Tech last season on their defensive line, but also it was Beltran who was the player who had the air out in the midfield last season, which led to the MSOE game-winning goal scored by Tillman last season in the NAC championship. Annika Torbenson plays it over to Thomas. Scarlet Hawks working up the pitch, and the ball gets to the outside. They play it now for Ucher, and that's just going to go out of play for an MSOE goal kick. Sanchez, with under 2 minutes remaining in the half, sends it down the pitch. Frampton able to step in, and now here comes Illinois Tech pushing the other way. Thomas, lead pass, a chance for a cross, but it's crossed by Narvarte right of the hands of Sanchez. Narvarte with a great touch on the ball, good strike, will put it right in the hands of the opposing keeper. Torbenson on the header there. Torbenson, a first-year player out of Rochester, Minnesota. Coming up at halftime, we'll recap our first half stats. We'll recap game one of our doubleheader between MSOE and Illinois Tech in men's soccer, and then we'll go over our NAC conference scores. That's all coming up at approximately 1 minute at halftime. 1 minute remaining in the half, 1 minute remaining in the first half. Paige Sanchez back to kick here on the goal kick opportunity for the Raiders. Sanchez sends that one straight towards the sideline. Narvarte able to get a good touch and hold possession for Illinois Tech. It's now played to the outside for Smith. Smith tried to step back inside. It's Fleischman who knocks it down and then gets knocked down and draws the foul. Kayla Smith didn't like the call. She's going to have some words with the official about it, but while she does that, the clock continues to tick, and that could be actually our final action of the first half here at Stewart Field with a scoreless tie. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Our halftime score, the MSOE Raiders, 0. Your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks, 0. Scoreless first half here at Stewart Field between the MSOE Raiders and the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, we'll come back with our first half stats. We'll recap game one of our doubleheader between the men's rosters, the MSOE Raiders and the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks, and also we'll go over our NAC scores from around the conference. All that and more coming up at halftime after this break here from Stewart Field. This is NCAA Division III Women's Soccer on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Back here at Stewart Field in Chicago, Illinois. This is NCAA Division III women's soccer action. Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference, the NAC, the host as the MSOE Raiders. They've made the trip here to Chicago, Illinois to take on the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. This is a rematch of last year's NAC championship game. Chris Rouse here on the call. I was here for the NAC championship game a year ago, back in November. I'm here again today for this doubleheader, and in this doubleheader, it's been so far MSOE. They have to be happy with the results they've seen in our doubleheader so far today. The MSOE Raiders with a 5-1 win in Game 1. So that means here in Game 2, the Scarlet Hawks trying to protect home field with a win on the women's side, and right now a scoreless draw as we approach the 5.5-minute mark of our halftime break. While we have the chance, let's go over some of those first half stats. Clearly scoreless on the board, no goals, no assists. But Illinois Tech, actually the team more in control in this one. 9 shots in comparison to 3 for the MSOE Raiders. 3 of the 9 from Illinois Tech. 3 of the 9 shots for Illinois Tech on goal. Meanwhile, 2 of the 3 for MSOE on goal. Each team with 3 corners apiece. 9 fouls in that first half. 5 against Illinois Tech, 4 against MSOE. No cards, no offside calls. And then when you look at the saves, 3 for Paige Sanchez, the keeper for the MSOE Raiders. Meanwhile, only 2 for Sarah Thomas for Illinois Tech. Near the end of the first half, I was able to give some thoughts on what I thought was the difference what both teams needed to do to improve. Illinois Tech, for them, it's been their passing. They've had a number of sloppy passes that either aren't hitting the target, or have no target on the other end of them when they are released. We've had a few times for Illinois Tech where they've tried to pass the ball across the pitch, and Mary Frampton has had to have a long run just to try to make a play on the ball. She's been successful, but you still don't want her to have to run about 25, 30 yards to go make a play. Meanwhile, MSOE, I know I sort of pinpointed passing for them as well, but it's not really even passing. It's the connection. The issue for MSOE has not been the passing. The passes have been on point. The issue for them has been, can they get a solid connection to break through Illinois Tech's midfield defense? And Illinois Tech in this matchup on the back line has also had the advantage. Their back line has been further or closer to midfield, further away from their net than MSOE's to this point of the match. Hence, the shots being 9-3 in favor of the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks at this point in the matchup. Looking at some of our scores and highlights from around the NAC, we mentioned what happened on the men's side. MSOE winning 5-1 over the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks in Game 1 of our doubleheader. That was huge for MSOE to get to 2-1 in NAC men's conference play. Elsewhere in men's action, a 1-1 draw between Dominican and St. Norbert. Going on right now as we speak, Marion is taking on Aurora. Aurora having homecoming 2024. They lead it 1-0 over Marion. That one in the 37th minute to this moment. At this moment in the matchup. And with Concordia Chicago, they're taking on Wisconsin Lutheran in a women-men's soccer doubleheader as well. On the men's side of things, it was Wisconsin Lutheran. They won 2-0. And in the 46th minute, so just kicking off the second half there, Concordia Chicago leads in women's action over Wisconsin Lutheran. Elsewhere in women's action, you got Dominican. They lead it 5-2 over St. Norbert. Dominican was up 2-1 at the break, and now they've extended that lead out to 5-2. And then elsewhere in conference play, we've still got a few other matches that will be going on later tonight in the NAC. First on the women's side, coming up in approximately 20 minutes, Benedictine will play host to Lakeland. And at 7 p.m. tonight, Aurora will play host to Marion. And then tomorrow, Rockford will play host to Concordia, Wisconsin. That's on the women's side of the schedule. Also, there will still be a few more men's matchups going on, as well as the schedule continues in the NAC. We have it coming up as well in about another hour. Edgewood will play host to Wisconsin Whitewater. Benedictine will play host to Lakeland. And Rockford will host Concordia, Wisconsin in men's action tomorrow. We mentioned the Aurora-Marion matchup going on. That is homecoming for Aurora. And as we mentioned, that game's going on as we speak. They currently have the lead at 1-0 in the 39th minute now over the Marion Sabres. Second half action getting ready to begin here for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks and the MSOE Raiders. But here's what's coming up for both of these teams. MSOE coming off of a huge win on Wednesday over Lakeland, 6-0, winning 6-0. Looking to match it with a win here against Illinois Tech, or at least a draw. But for MSOE, their next 3 will be at home. They'll take on Marion Wednesday at 7. Then they'll take on Dominican next Saturday before taking on Concordia, Wisconsin on October the 9th. Meanwhile, for Illinois Tech, they also would love to get a win here. This coming off of a lengthy break for the Scarlet Hawks. Illinois Tech with a 6-0 win over Edgewood on the 18th, a 5-0 win over Marion on the 21st. They've been off for a full week. They would love to win here against MSOE before going on the road to take on Concordia, Chicago Wednesday, Concordia, Wisconsin next Saturday, and then they'll be back at home on October the 9th against the Dominican Stars. Our next presentation of Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks soccer will be right here on Wednesday night when the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks men's soccer team, they play host to the Concordia Chicago Cougars. We'll have that right here for you on the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Currently on the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network, second half action getting ready to begin here at Stewart Field between the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks and the MSOE Raiders. Scoreless tie as we get ready for our second half kickoff. Remember, if you're just joining us, Illinois Tech, the Scarlet Hawks wearing the black uniforms with the red numbers and gold trim. It's the MSOE Raiders wearing the red uniforms with the white numbers to this point in the matchup. Illinois Tech with a record of 5-2. They are 2-0 in conference play. Would love to change that with a win here against this MSOE Raider team, who comes in with a record of 6-3 and 2-0. Both of these teams unbeaten in conference play. Could it give? Will it give? Or will both of these teams get out of here to a tie? Well, we got 45 minutes to figure it out. MSOE will start off our second half. It looks like it'll be Rosario Echeverria, Auburn. And Auburn came in as a reserve, and she will now kick off the second half for the MSOE Raiders. Auburn came in and immediately put the pressure on the Scarlet Hawks keeper, Sarah Thomas. And now the second half begins. Addison Spillman was the target of that pass for MSOE, but the ball went out of bounds for the Raiders. Illinois Tech in possession. Seemed like we had a lengthy feeling out process from both teams in that first half. Didn't really see the offensive aggression that you normally would see from both of these teams. Really didn't see that until 28 in red came in the matchup. She's chasing the ball right now in Auburn. I thought she picked up the aggressiveness offensively for the Raiders. Meanwhile, Illinois Tech, I mean, who else would it be other than the usual suspects? Chismerick, Murray, Mosman, Georgiorian. But Chismerick has sort of been washed out of the strategy by MSOE defensively. They did a great job focusing on 21 in black. And also a card here as we had a collision out on the field. That card will go against Illinois Tech. So a card against the Scarlet Hawks. I didn't get the number on that one. And so that will go against Illinois Tech. That's going to be Narvarte who picks up the card. Illinois Tech yellow card to number 15, Ava Narvarte. Yellow card to Narvarte. Ball sent in to Thomas. She makes the save. Easy save for Thomas. Makes the simple basket catch. And now Illinois Tech back in possession. Yonahara. Played it up the pitch. And a whistle. Bit of a late whistle, but worthy of one nonetheless against Allison Murray. Coach Roshane Ellison sort of feeling the same way. He said, what is that? He couldn't believe how late that foul was called. Bit of a balloon, must be a bit of a balloon release in the area, as we got about 12 balloons flying overhead here at Stewart Field. All different shapes and sizes, white, silver, pink. We got stars, hearts all over. The ball goes into the air. Didn't quite get as high as the balloons, but it was in the air with them at the same time. Ball goes out of play. MSOE will get a corner as Claire Bradford will trigger it in. Bradford, team leader in goals. She spent at least the last 10 minutes of that first half on the sideline. If I remember my time right, there's a header, but it goes right back into the hands of Thomas for Illinois Tech. Almost an own goal on that header as the Scarlet Hawk back line able to make contact on the ball. But Thomas able to keep him away, keep the ball out of the net, keep the match scoreless. It's almost starting to look like a repeat of last season's NAC Women's Championship matchup. They had to go to overtime to see that game-winning goal. Obviously, must be a winner in conference tournaments. And the goal in the 104th minute from Maggie Tillman on this exact net, actually on the north side of Stewart Field, sent MSOE on to the NCAA tournament. Elizabeth Kuhn, that one off the left side of her left foot, out of play. Goal kick. Thomas plays it into Frampton. Chismerick gets around the falling Bradford, but then wheeled back into the play, allowing Bradford to get up and play defense. Yonihara over to Frampton. Thomas calling for the ball. Navarte picked up a card not too long ago here in the second half. Gets a quick touch there. But the ball goes back to Thomas. Back to Frampton on the near side. Near side of the benches. Frampton sends it down. Coach Roshane Ellison was saying, come on, let's go inside. He's got Navarte. Navarte plays it down, and now it'll be a corner for Illinois Tech. Both teams, both coaches showing a lot of passion, a lot of fire in delivering the instructions to their team. Coach Zerson a little more contained right now than Coach Ellison. But both have certainly been involved verbally in this matchup with the communication. Here comes the corner from Smith. That's going to be short of that near post. That's going to be easy. Should have been an easy play for Sanchez, but there was contact, and I think the official saw it as well. There was definitely contact. Navarte's been aggressive, but too over-aggressive there. She runs right into the keeper, Sanchez. Right as Sanchez was trying to make the catch on the ball. And now MSOE will get control of the kick here. Oster. Ball kicked in the air. Smith now plays it back for Chismerick. Oh, Chismerick had to spin out to try to make a play. She's going to go for goal wide left of the net. But it was a great opportunity. Everything was pretty on that play from Chismerick. Just couldn't get the finish. Couldn't get the goal, which would have sent the Scarlet Hawks sideline into a frenzy. But what a play to set it up. Just struck wide left. Olukslager on the far side of the pitch. Olukslager sends it in to Chismerick. Now Auburn tries to make a play on the ball. I believe Auburn actually sent it out, and that'll make it an Illinois Tech throw-in. Quick throw-in taken. And now ball sent into the air for MSOE. Georgiorian trying to work around Addison Spillman. and the chance of go Addy from the MSOE sideline as they get a counterattack opportunity. They were looking for Elizabeth Kuhn, but Kuhn overran the ball there, and now Illinois Tech able to gain possession. Mary Frampton plays off her right foot. Now plays it down to Yoni Hara. That's played back. And here's Yoni Hara again. Navarte plays it to Chismery. Ball sent up the pitch and out of play, right into the hands of the keeper Sanchez, who will take Illinois Tech out of play on their buildup. Sanchez has done a great job standing in net this afternoon for the MSOE Raiders. Sarah Thomas has done a good job on the other end, but Thomas has not seen the amount of pressure Sanchez has when you look at the numbers, nor has it passed the eye test. Auburn with a show of aggression there, comes away with possession. Battling Georgiorian. Georgiorian sends Auburn down, and the foul's on Auburn. Georgiorian having some demonstrative words with one of the officials out there on the pitch. I think he's saying that Auburn threw her to the ground. I think Georgiorian thought the whistle was against her until she realized that it actually was Illinois Tech possession, because she was walking to the official saying she threw me down, almost to say you got to watch out for those arms. The official is saying that's what I called, and now Illinois Tech in possession. Frampton for Yonihara. Got a couple of players slipping on the ball here. Yonihara is one of them. Addison Spillman was the other one, but Spillman able to get a foot on the ball to play it back to Frampton for Illinois Tech. Roshane Ellison on the near sideline, on his sideline, giving Kayla Smith some instructions. Smith trying to give Frampton a target. Smith did a good job of getting down the pitch. Unfortunately for Kayla Smith, MSOE had a couple of players over her head there to make sure she couldn't get to the net. Smith now in the throw-in. That's a pretty good lob to Chismerick. Chismerick with a turn, runs right into the foot of Elena Dwenger. Great tackle by Dwenger. Didn't really do anything there, but put the foot out and send the ball the other way once she realized Chismerick no longer had possession. Maggie Tillman. Ball sent down. Back towards the attacking third for Illinois Tech. We got a spill on the far side. Mosman goes down. Tillman goes down. The ball goes out of play. No card, no whistle. Lena Yonihara, first-year player out of Geneva, Illinois, headed to the Illinois Tech sideline to have some words with Roshane Ellison. This is a strategy talk, as I see Coach Ellison pointing and doing a lot of directions with his hands here on the near the sideline, near the broadcasters here. Here's Navarte. Navarte goes for goal. That one off the W on Scarlet Hawks along the back fencing. Navarte goes wide right on the south side of Stewart Field. And MSOE now will try to push towards the north side to see if they can break the ice with the scoring. 34 minutes and counting remaining. Illinois Tech throw in. Getting set to come on the far side, and here it is. And that was played into Chismerick. Navarte runs right into the defense. Auburn is the only Raider within about 10 yards of the ball here, so it's going to be tough even if she does gain possession. Frampton comes out with it for Illinois Tech. Murray plays it back over to Smith. Into the middle of the pitch for Chisholm. Good play with the right hand. Good touch to gain possession. Can she shoot with the left foot is the question. Unable to even get an opportunity as the Raiders swarm. Ball lobbed in. South fencing will take another hit as that'll go out for a goal kick. The build-up has been there for Illinois Tech, but the final strike necessary to score a goal has not. Matter of fact, it hasn't been there for either team to this point in the matchup. We're approaching 1 hour gone by as we've now played 57 minutes here. Ball thrown in. Yonihara, quick touch. Middle of the pitch, ball deflected away. Yonihara able to get back to it. And now she'll have to play it outside to Kayla Smith. Smith to Allison Murray. Murray tried to give it off to Chisholm and get a run to the net. But MSOE able to win possession. Ball sent well into the air by Spillman. And now Georgiorian has the middle of the pitch. Georgiorian plays it over for Smith. That ball just outright intercepted by Emma Oster. Usually that's more of a touch play. Oster knocked it down and possessed it all in one swing of the foot. Here's Murray. To Smith. Nice step by Smith. She goes for goal to the post, but it's saved by Paige Sanchez. That was a good step by Smith. It was a quick step shooting for the left foot. It was on line for the post, but Sanchez able to get down with the basket catch save. Keep us scoreless here as we approach the 60th minute. Ball goes out of play. MSOE throw in right in front of Coach Roshane Ellison, who continuing to give his team instructions. He typically doesn't stop anyway, but definitely at a high pressure moment for the Scarlet Hawks. Ball sent out of play, and that went off that. Remember, that goes off that shelter that they overturned earlier for safety reasons. Startled a few of the MSOE players, but the shelter is just fine. Nothing broken on it as far as I know. I know one of our corner poles failed, so one of the corner poles fell, and MSOE now will have to throw it in. And they get a quick delay to fix to get the corner pole out of the field of play. High gusts of wind recently. Frampton gets underneath that one and sends it high out of play. I think that one might have left Stewart Field as well. We've had a few balls. Once again, we've had a few balls leave the field today, and Frampton sent that one. If it's not over, it's awfully close. As now MSOE. Yeah, so Frampton on that last play did send the ball out of Stewart Field, and now MSOE in possession. Ball comes back into play. Navarte unable to play it there. That was a bit of a funny bounce off Tillman. It looked like it hit her in the face for a moment. And now here's Murray. Murray plays it up the pitch. She's got Chisholm. Navarte. That's a good touch for Smith. Smith on the run, just going to let it go out of play for another goal kick. We've played 1 hour here at Stewart Field, and our score is still the same as it was when we started. No goals to speak of to this point in the matchup, but it has definitely been an aggressive, high-intensity, well-defended battle between these two teams. Both teams have done a great job of cutting off the opposing team's connection lanes, and now here's Narvarte. And here's what we mean. Narvarte gets the ball, but then immediately gets into the attacking third and is surrounded by a pair of Raider uniforms. It's been the same for Illinois Tech as well. MSOE gets it out near midfield, 3 to 4 jerseys around the ball. MSOE turns it over to Illinois Tech, and it's been back and forth between these two teams. We saw a lot of ping-pong passing early on, meaning both teams were getting quality touches. But whenever the ball was passed, there was a foot in the passing lane or somebody was there to deflect. And either team really got into a rhythm until maybe, you honestly could say about the 30th, 35th minute. That's where you started to see these two teams finally start to pick up. And it was really the entrance of Rosario Echeverria Aubin, number 28 in red, who sort of picked up activity in this matchup with a pair of good build-ups for the MSOE Raiders near the end of the first half. .27.5 minutes remaining in the match. Here's Frampton. Frampton sends it down. Here's Chismerick. Chismerick tries to play it, and the ball gets sent out of play into the corner for another Scarlet Hawk corner. Scarlet Hawks do have a reserve about to come in. That would be Kayla Thomas. She came in at the end of the first half, so she'll be re-entering the match. Fifth corner of the match for the Scarlet Hawks. It's a low corner to Yonahara. Lena Yonahara on the move. Sends it into traffic. Narvarte couldn't quite get a foot on that ball. But that's what I was referring to when we were talking about the ping pongs, the blocks, the kicks, and a goal! Or over the net. Looked like a goal. Looked like a goal from where we sit, as now that one goes over the net. As now MSOE will take it on the goal kick. Everyone in the crowd went crazy as if it was a goal, but still scoreless. And a foul as we get a mix-up here. We got Narvarte, we got Kuhn, both went down there. Narvarte finally back to her feet. And Illinois Tech will get a free kick. And that's a quality spot. A straight shot, maybe about 5 to 10 yards off the 18-yard line here. It'll be Georgian. Georgian sends it through. Sanchez couldn't quite handle it. Ball loose on the end line. Illinois Tech trying to keep it alive. It'll be a Scarlet Hawk corner. So Illinois Tech, after a lengthy shot that looked like it could have been a goal, it went off the top of the net and rolled out. Great play by Sanchez there to keep it scoreless again. So Illinois Tech, the home net working against them. The opposing keeper is the third time the charm. It is for MSOE as the Raiders finally get to clear defensively. .24.5 minutes remaining. Sanchez to play it on. And we got a stoppage here as Illinois Tech has a player checking an ankle. And now action resumed with our goal kick, as Baltez makes sure her ankle is good for the Scarlet Hawks, number 16 in black. Ball knocked down. Here's Murray. Murray plays it across the pitch. Pretty good touch there from Spillman to knock it down. Now Yonahara is going to have to make a long run, and here's one of the main issues for Illinois Tech in this matchup. Their back line has had to make some long runs for contact today on passes. Long ball now for Aubin. Frampton's going to win the race to the ball and play it back to Thomas. Sarah Thomas over to Frampton again. Narvarte. Good turn from Narvarte. She plays it up the pitch for Kayla Thomas. The ball goes out of play. And it'll be another Scarlet Hawk throw in. MSOE with a pair of subs getting set to come in on the next stoppage, where obviously will not be an Illinois Tech advantage. Ball out of play again for another Scarlet Hawk throw. 23 minutes and counting remaining in this matchup. Here's a quick turn. Chismerick, that one got blocked by, looked like Dwanger got a piece of that one. And a whistle out near midfield. And that foul will go against Illinois Tech. You look at the NAC women's standings. Both of these teams 2-0 at the top of the conference. Concordia, Wisconsin, 3-0. Dominican going to 3-0 as we speak, as they lead their match 5-2. Likely, that one has likely gone final. They were in about the 80th minute last I remember reviewing that score. Concordia, Chicago 2-0-1. St. Norbert 2-1. Wisconsin Lutheran and Marion both 1-1-1. And then after that, everyone under 500, Edgewood at 1-2, everyone else winless. Lakeland, Rockford, Aurora, Benedictine, and Alverno. Of course, obviously, no season for Alverno this year, but the rest of the team in the conference winless this year to this point in conference play. MSOE, this will be a huge road win for the Raiders. As Claire Bradford pushes up the pitch. Ball goes to the corner. Nice shot attempt from Kuhn, but it goes right in the hands of Thomas. And actually, the official is going to say that's out of play for a goal kick. Pair of subs here for MSOE. Entering the match for the MSOE Raiders, number 10, Faith Papazoglu, and number 15, Alexis Jamiola, replacing number 9, Claire Bradford, and number 28, Rosario Echeverria Auburn. So Auburn comes off the pitch, and certainly a valuable contribution from 28 in red. The most aggressive we've seen MSOE to this point in this matchup was when Auburn came in at the end of the first half, put a couple of quick shots on Thomas. But since then, both of these teams, back to where we were at the beginning of the match, lengthy filling out process. Ball out near midfield. Emma Oster. Yoni Hara. Ball still being ping-ponged around near midfield. 20 minutes exactly remaining in the matchup. We've played 70 minutes here at Stewart Field. And we're glad that you've been able to join us here for our doubleheader today. Chris Rouse on the call here at Stewart Field in Chicago on the near south side. MSOE with a 5-1 win in men's soccer earlier. Here in women's soccer, scoreless with 19 and a half minutes remaining. MSOE last season defeated Illinois Tech 1-0 on November the 4th to win the NAC Women's Conference Championship game. That was thanks to an overtime goal by Maggie Tillman. Here's Narvarte. Narvarte with a chance to score. She goes for goal the second time and still couldn't put it home. Murray runs it down. Chance for Murray blocked away. And the Raiders come away with that, come away unscathed. 3 shots on the net, nothing into the back of the net. Narvarte on the header, another low header. This one saved again. That was Thomas on the second attempt as Sanchez makes the save. Narvarte takes it away out near midfield over to Chismerick. Good run for Kayla Thomas. Thomas sends that one out of play. And Illinois Tech with a pair of subs, one of them including Carolyn Beltran. They'll come in on the next stoppage. And now it'll be Kayla Smith to send in the corner. Illinois Tech has one in the net. That's Chismerick. This is typically where you'll see Frampton go back post. They've also got Narvarte in there. Narvarte goes front post. Frampton goes back post. The ball goes front post, and MSOE sends it out. Kayla Thomas, that's a long run from the other side of the field against Spillman. Illinois Tech wins possession. Here's Thomas. Nice play to Murray. Now Katie Chismerick. Narvarte with space. Could have gone for goal. But MSOE able to converge on the ball quickly. Ball goes out of play again. And now Illinois Tech will get a throw in. Also, Illinois Tech will get a pair of subs with Ramos and Beltran coming in. End of the game for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Number 8, Hannah Ramos. And number 28, Carolyn Beltran. Replacing Allison Murray and Lucy Georgiorian. Frampton sends it back in for the Scarlet Hawks. Another chance for the Scarlet Hawks to go for goal. Shot won't matter as there was a whistle prior to the opportunity. Kayla Smith, the junior out of Redmond, Washington, sends that one high off the fencing. "16 minutes and counting to go in the match. We're still scoreless. Ball played up the pitch to Papazoglu. Ball taken away by Yonahara. Narvarte, nice play to the outside. She's got a teammate in Smith. Smith with a pretty good run, but they've also flipped Smith to the opposite side of the pitch. They play it in for Thomas, so a swap between Smith and Thomas on the sides of the pitch. And now the ball played down and then sent out by Elizabeth Kuhn, allowing for more support on the MSOE defensive effort here to keep Illinois Tech off the board. Beltran throws it in to Chismerick. Ball sent right back out. Looks like Beltran will throw it in again. Carolyn Beltran, we continue to mention how these teams met a year ago, as Maggie Tillman's goal off the misplay from Beltran, and also Beltran would pick up a yellow card right after, just a frustration penalty. And for Illinois Tech, that would be huge for the Scarlet Hawks team if they could get this win today. Revenge, redemption, whatever you want to call it. You clearly want to get out of here with a win in conference play. It's, once again, just like it is on the men's side, it's very tight at the top right now here in the early stages of NAC conference play on the pitch. Both of these teams 2-0 in conference play. But in about 14 minutes and counting, these two teams could walk away both with a tie, with a point via the tie. Ball goes out of play for another Illinois Tech throw in. Scarlet Hawks will get a pair of subs. Actually, the ball left the pitch. And now the subs will entering the match for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks, number 10, Sophia Ramos. And number 12, Caitlin Walsh. Replacing Ava Narvarte and Katie Chismerick. Scarlet Hawk throw in. And now it's played back to the middle. Here's Walsh, who just came on for the Scarlet Hawks. And they have it sent right back out by the MSOE Raiders. Ball sent towards midfield. Over to Frampton. Frampton over to Beltran. Carolyn Beltran. Quality touches here from 28 in black. And she plays it over to Lena Yonehara. Yonehara sends it to the back line for Illinois Tech. Now it's Frampton who has it. Ball played up the pitch. Emma Oster got a piece of that last pass, and when she sent the ball in the air, there was a bit of a gust of wind, but I'm also not so sure she didn't hit that ball. There were a few things that could have gone wrong on that last play for MSOE, but nonetheless, they get the throw in. Oster with the header there. And it's Beltran who recovers for Illinois Tech. Yonehara chasing around up the middle of the pitch along with Ramos. Hannah Ramos to be exact. Hannah 8, Sophia 10 on the jersey numbers. Oh, nice sliding tackle by Baltez to win possession for Illinois Tech. Ramos battling again. Possession won this time by MSOE's Tillman. We got a whistle and a foul against MSOE. But the foul go against Grace Quinn. Quinn was on offense there, got the worst of the contact. But the officials say she initiated said contact. And as a result, Illinois Tech takes over on possession. Ball played back. And now sent across. Here's a run for the Scarlet Hawks. They have a play in front. Ramos going to the net. Ramos couldn't beat Sanchez. Nice sliding save and cover up by Paige Sanchez. Hannah Ramos had a one-on-one with the keeper Sanchez. Sanchez made the sliding save initially, then the fall on the ball to cover up and keep our match scoreless as we continue to get closer to that 80th minute here. Frampton in possession. That just sent a jolt of energy. That save by Sanchez sent a jolt of energy through the MSOE sideline. So much, in fact, that they immediately looked down the bench for Rosario Echeverria Albin. Like, let's get some more offense in here. Albin and Bradford. Albin showed the aggressiveness. Bradford's the team's leading in scoring. Sort of should tell you what MSOE is going to be looking for in these last 10 minutes. Shaver sends the ball out of play. Over on the Illinois Tech sideline. They're standing in line, as you can see on your screen when we pivot far enough that way. But now here's another opportunity for Ramos. Ramos sends it in to Sanchez, out of play. Actually, you're going to say the ball went out of play before Sanchez made contact, so it will be a goal kick. You can see at the top right of your screen that Illinois Tech bench standing in a line. They've been quiet these last few minutes. MSOE, a huge jolt through their sideline on that save by Sanchez. And we've played 80 minutes. Final 10 minutes of action here at Stewart Field. Remember, if this is your first time ever watching NCAA soccer, there are no overtimes in regular season matchups. There's no overtime in regular season matchups, only in conference tournament situations or NCAA tournament situations. So this matchup will end in the next 9.5 minutes. But will it end with a winner, or will we end with a scoreless tie? I'm sure both of these teams are 2-0 in conference If you can't get to 3-0, 2-0-1 doesn't look so bad considering that in conference, it's a battle 1 through 8 right now on both sides of the ball. Whether it be the men or the women, 1 through 8 is a tough place to be in the NAC when it comes to soccer. MSOE has it with Jamiola on the outside. Build up to Elizabeth Kuhn. Kuhn working on Frampton. Kuhn, nice step. Plays in front of the net. Ball knocked loose. A few missed hits from MSOE. Thomas gets to the ball, and she falls on it, similar to what we just saw Sanchez do for MSOE. Jolt of energy through both sidelines on that play. MSOE, a number of players chanting, get it, get it, get it. Meanwhile, Illinois Tech, standing ovation for Thomas on the save. A whistle, but the advantage played to MSOE, but then the errant pass gives it right back to Illinois Tech. Both teams going to get their scores in here. Chismrick and Mosman joining Auburn and Bradford of MSOE at the table. Georgian and Nervarte now joining them as well for Illinois Tech. Meanwhile, it's Walsh with a long run for the Scarlet Hawks. Ball knocked out of play. It will be a goal kick. Entering the game for the MSOE Raiders, number 9, Claire Bradford, and number 28, Rosario Echeverria Auburn, replacing Faith Papazoglu and Alexis Jamiola. Entering for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks, number 24, Lucy Georgian, number 15, Ava Narvarte, number 21, Katie Chismrick, and number 11, Amelia Mosman, replacing number 20, Kayla Thomas, number 12, Caitlin Walsh, number 6, Lena Yonihara, and number 20, Kayla Thomas. So Amelia Mosman plays it on for Illinois Tech. Number of subs there for the Scarlet Hawks, as now Mosman back into the action. Here's Ramos. Ramos plays to the front of the net. A chance to go for goal! Kayla Smith finds the back of the net. Illinois Tech up 1-0. Good turn to the back of the net there from Kayla Smith. She got the ball right in front, had the outside turn, and with 7:05 remaining, Illinois Tech leads it 1-0. Scarlet Hawks goal scored by number 4, Kayla Smith. 1-0 Scarlet Hawks, final 6 minutes. Let's see if MSOE now can get that equalizer here. It's been an aggressive matchup, and you can see that front line starting to come up for the Raiders. Oster, ball taken away by Bradford. Bradford, that's likely going to be a foul on Bradford, and she knew it as well as the official. I could see Bradford had the hand out on the jersey of Ramos, and the official who was on the other angle, on the other side, saw the angle. He'll give it to him as well. Frampton plays it up the pitch for the Scarlet Hawks. Nervarte with a bit of a mishit. Tries to run it down to the corner. Ball knocked away by Shaver. She'll send it out as well, and it'll be another throw in. Beltran chasing the ball into the corner here for the throw. So we got 5.5 minutes remaining. Chismrick trying to battle out of the corner. Unfortunately for Chismrick, she loses out of play. It will be an MSOE goal kick. And so Illinois Tech earlier in the first half had a shot that looked like it went in. It was saved and went over the top of the net. Now MSOE down 1-0 in possession. Frampton sends that one well out of play. throw in sent right back out of play, and a foul as Elizabeth Kuhn took a hit to the back of the head and a spill to the turf. Looking at that MSOE sideline, hoping for that goal, that equalizer here in these final 4 minutes. And what a match it's been. This is similar to what we saw last year in the NAC Conference Championship game. It was the late goal from Tillman, which sent MSOE to the NCAA tournament. But for Illinois Tech, it looks like it'll be Kayla Smith right now. That can send them to 3-0 in conference play. Revenge, redemption, whatever you want to look at it, however you want to look at it for Illinois Tech, this will be huge if they can hold on in these final 4 minutes. Plays like that won't help the cause if they get a foul. Looking down at that MSOE sideline, and a number of players not even dressed. Could have been key contributors here. Lena Fifi, one of them. And she was definitely key for MSOE last season, their top goal scorer. There's a header towards the net. Ball sent away and out of play, and this will give MSOE a corner. So with 3.5 minutes to go in the game, the MSOE Raiders will get an opportunity. Coach Rolf Zerson is saying to his team, go. We got to get in position for these corners. 3.5 minutes to go. It'll be Bradford to send it. Bradford gets it airborne in front of the net. The header is down. Oh, just cleared out by Illinois Tech on the back line. It looked as if Auburn had the equalizer, but at the last second it was cleared out by Carolyn Beltran, or it was either Beltran or Frampton. One of the two sent it out, and that would be fitting if it was Beltran. Thomas makes the save, and the Scarlet Hawks knock it down. Auburn applying pressure. And what an effort for MSOE. That was a great opportunity. The header was down. It looked as if it was going to go into the back of the net. And I apologize for missing who that was. It was Beltran or Frampton. Both were in the area. The ball just came out of traffic, and Illinois Tech able to avoid giving up the goal. Ball going to go out of play to Illinois Tech. Final 2:20 of the matchup. Beltran taking her time getting to the spot for the throw-in. Coach Ellison appears he's saying throw it to the corner here. And that's exactly what happens. They go to the corner for Mosman. And Illinois Tech, thanks to Kayla Smith's second goal of the season, they have a 1-0 advantage here as we enter the final minute and change of the game. 1:50 exactly on the clock. Frampton in possession. Final 100 seconds now. Ball airborne. It's going to be played by Elizabeth Kuhn. Ball off Mosman, out of play. Final 90 seconds. MSOE with the throw-in. Ball deflected away. Kuhn takes contact. Afifi able to play it. Lena Afifi playing the ball on the sideline. Bad leg and all. Here's Oster. Emma Oster will send it in. The ball gets knocked down. 1 minute remaining in the match. 1 minute remaining in the match. Chismerick chasing it down here with Dwenger. Ball goes out of play. Could be in for an exciting finish here. Is now Illinois Tech taking their time on the throw-in here. Let's see if MSOE can get one last play on it. Nervarte plays it to the corner. Illinois Tech, you can hear the sideline yelling corner here. They go for goal instead. The ball goes well off the back fencing. They got 23 seconds, do the Raiders. Sanchez is going to have to just let this thing fly. She's looking for somebody to send the ball to. It's Elizabeth Kuhn, who she's aiming for on the near sideline. Final 10 seconds of the match starting now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Our final score, your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks 1, the MSOE Raiders 0. Thank you for coming out to Stewart Field. The next time your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women's soccer team will be in action will be Wednesday, October the 9th at 7 p.m. Our next event at Stewart Field will be Wednesday, October the 2nd, when the men's soccer team takes on Concordia, Chicago. Thank you for coming out to Stewart Field today, and drive home safely. And remember, go Hawks! So the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks with a 1-0 win over the MSOE Raiders. It was Kayla Smith's goal that made it 1-0 in a matchup that went back and forth all day. No one was able to get on the board, but Illinois Tech gets out of here with the win, and the Scarlet Hawks able to pick up their record in conference to 3-0. MSOE falls to 2-1. The Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks, a bit of redemption as they beat the team that beat them in the NAC Conference Championship game a year ago, and they get on the board, and they beat them in conference play to get to 3-0 to remain unbeaten against this MSOE Raiders squad. What a game this afternoon! What a pair of games this afternoon. MSOE winning 5-1 in men's soccer, but in women's soccer, a 1-0 victory for the hosts, the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. The NAC has plenty of talent, and 1 through 8 currently jumbled up on both the men's and women's side, and we hope our presentation of both men's and women's soccer action in the NAC, we hope you enjoyed it here from Stewart Field. For all of our crew in Chicago, I'm Chris Rouse. This has been another presentation of Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks Athletics. Thank you, and happy Saturday.